Currency depreciation, high food and energy prices, and recurring supply chain bottlenecks. Despite fiscal and monetary policy reforms, including the removal of fuel subsidies, unification of exchange rates, and tighter monetary policy by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), inflation remains significantly high. The federal government has expressed optimism that these measures would reduce inflation to single digits. However, the World Bank projections contradict this outlook, suggesting the structural issues will continue to undermine policy effectiveness. Nigeria remains one of only a few African countries not projected to achieve single-digit inflation by 2026, with 37 out of 47 expected to reach this target. The Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) has reiterated its commitment to achieving price and monetary stability through ongoing reforms and policy measures. The CBN governor stated that some of these monetary policies have begun to yield positive results, evidenced by a gradual easing of inflationary pressures and relative stability in the foreign exchange market. The CBN's outreach program team, driving alternative payment channels as tools for financial inclusion, growth, and accelerated economic development, aims to sensitize the public about the bank's policies and their impact on economic growth and citizen welfare. The initiative highlights the bank's broader strategy to improve financial inclusion and support sustainable development through policy-driven financial stability. Nigeria to receive $500 million AFDB loan by year end. The African Development Bank (AFDB) plans to disburse $500 million to Nigeria before the end of the year as part of a $1 billion budget support package. The loan is intended to cushion the impact of macroeconomic reforms undertaken by the Nigeria government since the start of the current administration. This follows a previous disbursement of $500 million in 2024. The funding is targeted at strengthening fiscal management, advancing power sector reforms, and improving governance structure. The AFDB noted that while Nigeria initially requested $1.5 billion, the bank approved $1 billion to be distributed over 2 years. The support package aligns with AFDB's broader strategy to aid member countries facing post-pandemic fiscal stress, high debt, and inflationary challenges. The Nigerian government has implemented key reforms including the removal of petrol subsidy, foreign exchange unification, and new fiscal policies aimed at stabilizing public finances and attracting investment. These measures are considered critical to restoring investor confidence and long-term economic sustainability. The upcoming disbursement, if approved by the AFDB board, will support power sector improvement, agricultural value chain, and fiscal consolidation efforts. NNPCL requests more time to address 210 trillion naira in audit queries. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) has requested additional time for the Senate to address 19 audit queries relating to over 210 trillion naira in unaccounted funds covering financial statements from 2017 to 2023. The audit period coincides with NNPCL's transformation from a public entity to a limited liability company under the Petroleum Industry Act. The Senate Public Accounts Committee confirmed the submission of responses from NNPCL but stated that a thorough review has yet to be conducted. In addition to the audit queries, the committee is examining the structure of production, sharing contracts, and the cost component of crude oil production. These investigations aim to clarify the revenue sharing framework between NNPCL, international oil companies, and the federal government. The committee also raised concerns over reported losses by the NNPC Retail, the downstream arm of NNPCL. This ongoing probe is considered a major accountability effort by the 10th Senate, which implications for transparency and the operational credibility of NNPCL, which has positioned itself as a commercially driven entity. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BTV News.